Since Ermac is finally returning in Mortal Kombat 1, I wanted to share 14 awesome facts about everyone's favorite red ninja. From Outworld Slave to Earthrealm's Savior, Ermac's journey is incredible, and you could argue that his origin is the most interesting in the entire series. Everyone watching, make sure to leave a like down below for Ermac, and without any further ado, let's begin. Fact number 1, Ermac's name was actually a coding term created by Ed Boon himself. In order to keep track of all the errors happening in Mortal Kombat 1, Ed Boon created a macro for those errors, or in other words, he made an error macro. But to keep things simple, he shortened the code to Ermac, so anytime this glitch happened in Mortal Kombat 1, the game would keep track of it and list the numbers with this macro of errors. In hindsight, it's a pretty clever way of listing all the times these glitches happened in the game, but the issue is where Ed Boon left this compilation. Fact number 2, Ermac began as a fan rumor. That's right, as mentioned earlier, Ed Boon created an error macro that would be listed at the end of the game, but the issue is everybody could see it, not just him, including all of the players. Or in other words, whenever somebody finished Mortal Kombat 1, they would see Ermac and the number of times the glitch happened. And because the word Ermac was listed right below Reptile, a secret fight in the game, players obviously assumed that Ermac was also a secret fight in the game. They did not know this number was a list of glitches and error macros. Instead, they thought this number represented how many times players had fought Ermac. And that might be one of the best misconceptions in Mortal Kombat history, because later on it led to the creation of the character, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Fact number 3, because many players now believed that Ermac was a secret battle in the game, many players started to claim they had fought against Ermac himself. This is false. If you see any screenshots online, they are photoshopped. This was never an actual battle in the game. But even so, the rumor spread like wildfire, and to this day, I'm not sure why players assumed that he was red, but that was part of the rumor. Ermac was a red ninja. I suppose because red, blue, and green were already taken, so red is an obvious choice. But once again, anyone claiming to have fought Ermac in Mortal Kombat 1 is lying. This boss battle never existed, but that did not stop the legend from spreading. Which leads nicely into fact number 4. After it became obvious that Ermac was actually not a planned fight in Mortal Kombat 1, a new rumor actually emerged. And this lie is actually spread to this day. Many people still believe that Ermac was a glitch that occurred. Yes, Ermac still stood for error macro, but even so, this glitch would cause Scorpion to turn red, and some people believe that's what started the Ermac rumor. No. Once again, this is false. There was never a glitch that turned Scorpion red, nor was there any glitch that changed his name to Ermac, which once again is short for error macro. This has never happened. And if you don't believe me, you can check out Ed Boon's post on Twitter. Ermac was never fightable, even in glitch form. However, for an extra fun fact, this very popular rumor created an additional fake character known as Scarlet. That's right, the red female ninja debuted many years later in Mortal Kombat 9 and was also playable in Mortal Kombat 11, but way back in the day in the very first Mortal Kombat game, many players truly did believe that there was a glitch that turned Kitana red and they nicknamed her Scarlet. But just like the Ermac glitch, this never actually happened. It's all just one big lie, and if you ever see any images of it online, it's photoshopped. Fact number 5, the developers definitely heard all the rumors about Ermac in the earlier Mortal Kombat games, and as a result, they decided to finally make this character playable in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which meant that players could finally play as the Red Ninja, and for a nice touch, his telekinetic slam kinda did look like a glitch because there's no special effects or anything. He would just lift the enemy up and then slam them down with this invisible power, which I think is a nice touch. Even if it wasn't intentional, the Red Ninja that began as a rumored glitch has an ability that kinda looks like a glitch in the game. But what about Ermac's origin? Well, that's fact number 6. Ermac was originally created by Shao Kahn. However, in the recent game, Mortal Kombat 1, he was created by Quan Chi instead, because for some reason NetherRealm really loves Quan Chi, and and keeps letting him steal other people's stuff from past games. For example, in the original games, it was Shang Tsung that revived Sindel, but for some reason in Mortal Kombat 9, that was Quan Chi. And once again, the same thing happened to Shao Kahn. In the original trilogy, he was the one that made Ermac, and even in the reboot for Mortal Kombat 9, Shao Kahn was still the man who made Ermac. But for whatever reason, in the newest game, Mortal Kombat 1, Ermac was created by Quan Chi. This guy just can't stop stealing stuff. Fact number 7, Ermac himself trained Kenshi how to use the telekinetic slam. That's right, if you ever wondered why in later games Kenshi can also do the telekinetic slam, it's not just because the developers wanted to give him an extra move, it's actually explained in the lore itself. When Kenshi freed Ermac from Shao Kahn's mind control, Ermac said, hey, I'm gonna repay the favor and teach you one of my favorite moves, and that's why in later games Kenshi can do the telekinetic slam. And once again, I just find this really cool because there's so many examples of characters stealing moves in fighting games, but very rarely is it actually explained or given a lore reason, but in this one instance, it actually happened, and I find that really cool. Fact number 8. In Mortal Kombat Deception, Ermac once fought 5 different mind-controlled heroes at once, but guess what? Not only did Ermac survive, but he appears undamaged, which goes to show you how ridiculously strong Ermac is in the original timeline. And that does make sense because he is 1,000 people shoved into one body, so it makes sense he would be really strong. But even so, I just have to say, I'm really happy he's on our side. Fact number 9. In the newest Mortal Kombat game, Ermac is revealed to house King Jared's soul inside his body, but this concept actually started in Mortal Kombat 9, the reboot. If you beat the arcade ladder with Ermac, then it's actually revealed that King Jared is one of the souls inside of his body, and eventually, because King Jared is known for ruling over a kingdom, he finds a way to get dominance over all the other souls in Ermac's body, which allows him to essentially regain control of his body and become the king of Outworld once again. And real quick, I just have to say, this image goes hard. I love seeing Ermac at the center of Sindel and Katana, it's so sick. Fact number 10, Ermac's design in Mortal Kombat X actually represents his health. Even though a lot of fans did not like his new design in the game, there's actually a lore reason why Ermac looks this way. You see, in Mortal Kombat 9, Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn were both killed, and as a result, there's no soul sorcerers left alive, which means nobody can use their magic to maintain Ermac's form, and as a result, he is literally falling apart. That's why you see literal nails shoved into his body to keep his corpse together, and then on top of that, he's wrapped in bandages. This man is literally trying to hold himself together, but he can't because the only 2 people that can keep him alive are dead. So once again, in Mortal Kombat X, Ermac is quite literally falling apart at the seams. Fact number 11. In the Mortal Kombat X comics, Ermac openly tells Mileena to her face that she is not fit to rule, and if the moment ever does come, he's going to side with Kotal Khan and overthrow her. And I just gotta say, it's pretty ballsy to say that to her face, because keep in mind, at this point in time, Mileena is the Empress of Outworld, and I think she actually respected him for being honest, because in the game Mortal Kombat X, which takes place after the comics, Ermac is still serving under her, so she did not fire him. I really do think she respected his honesty for some weird reason. Either that, or she realized that Ermac is way too powerful to make an enemy, so just keep him on your team anyway. Fact number 12. When exploring the crypt in Mortal Kombat 11, players witness Ermac falling to his death on the pit stage, which was definitely tragic. However, players noticed that Ermac had a brand new costume. And this was very exciting because it led many players to believe that Ermac would eventually be DLC, because why else would NetherRealm give him an entirely new costume? We also see Reptile in the crypt too, but he has his Mortal Kombat X design, so it's likely he's not gonna be in the game, but Ermac got a brand new costume, so of course he's gonna be in the game, right? No. Unfortunately, Ermac never did make it into Mortal Kombat 11. However, that leads us to fact number 13. Even though Ermac was never playable in Mortal Kombat 11, some data miners did discover that the the game was meant to have more characters on the roster. So this very likely could mean that Ermac was intended to be in the game, but as we all know now, Mortal Kombat 11 was cut a bit short, and as a result, developers did not have time to add Ermac into the game. Instead, because the merger between Warner Brothers and Discovery was happening, it's very likely that NetherRealm was told to just begin work on Mortal Kombat 1. Fact number 14. Mortal Kombat 1 is the first time we ever see Ermac actually summon spirits in their corporeal form. In every other game before this, the souls were simply tiny orbs that glowed green. But now that console technology and PCs have finally caught up, we can see Ermac's power fully unleashed, which once again is really cool. NetherRealm went above and beyond with Ermac in Mortal Kombat 1, because I counted at least 5 different spirit character models, which is so much work. Not only is Ermac his own character, but he can summon like 4 other different characters, which is crazy. He's like 5 different character models shoved into one, and that's so sick. But alright everyone, that's 14 awesome facts about Ermac. Let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything. I want to know even more about this red ninja. So once again, if you know any secrets or fun facts about Ermac, make sure to comment down below. Grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below. It helps my channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. And you know what? Make sure to also share this video with a friend who needs to learn more about Ermac, because he really is one of the best ninjas in Mortal Kombat history. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.